we're going to talk about non-integer square roots. Now, you all know about the square roots of perfect squares. For example, the square root of 25 is 5, since 5 squared is 25. But when I tried this problem, I got stuck. Since first I tried 2 squared, which is 4, and clearly that's 2 less. So then I tried 3 squared, but then I saw that was 9, which is too big. And then I thought, so the square root of 6 has to be between 2 and 3, but there aren't any integers between 2 and 3. So I just gave up. But hey, there are numbers between 2 and 3. How about we try 2.5? Yeah, there are numbers. I'm gonna put 2.5 in the middle. 2.5 squared, and that's, of course, that's just 2.5 times 2.5, and 25 times 25 is 625, and then 2 digits after the decimal point is 6.25. Now we're closer, but we're still not there. So now let's try 2.4. I'm gonna try a little less closer to that 2 squared and draw it here. And of course, I'm just gonna use 2.4 times 2.4, and then 24 times 24, let's see. Well, to go from 25 squared to 24 squared, well, I just subtract 25 and subtract 24, just subtract 50 and add 1. Well, 625, subtract 50, first I get 575, I add one more 1, I get 576, and then I just put my 2 digits after decimal points, 5.76. Oh man, now we're to less than 6. Oh, this is gonna take forever. And in fact, it will take forever since we can't actually write the square root of 6. We can't write it as a whole number. I mean, clearly not a whole number, since 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. Now we can't write it as a terminating decimal, since terminating decimal is just like a decimal, like 1.262, or a repeating decimal, like 0.9 repeated. And then you might say, oh, let's try fractions. But a fraction always equals a terminating decimal or a repeating decimal. Now we already know, no matter what you square, a terminating decimal or a repeating decimal, you're definitely not gonna get 6. So this square root of 6 is the best way we can write it. We can't simplify this. And the square roots of 6 squared, is just a number we squared to get 6. That's all we can say. Can't say anything more, and we can't simplify it. This is the best way we can write it. We can't do anything else to that. So now let's try a couple problems involving non-integer square roots. I'm going to start off with a couple easy area problems. Okay, so now pretend if we start off with a square, and the square has sides like square root of 7. And we have to find the area of the square. The area. See, I'm just drawing a picture. I can't keep all this in my mind. Plus, I'm a teacher. I gotta teach all I'm thinking in my mind. So, to find the area of a square, we just multiply 2 side lengths. So, the area equals the square root of 7 times the square root of 7. And now, multiplying the square root of 7 by itself, just have the square root of 7 squared. And of course, we know the square root of the number squared is just that number. And that has area 7. That's pretty cool. We can't find the side lengths and then multiply them, but we actually can find the area of that square. Pretty neat. Now, got that down, let's try some triangle problems. Since, still area problems though. So, I'm gonna start off with a right triangle. And I'm gonna still use number close. Gonna have the square root of 8 and the square root of 8. And we have to find the area of this triangle. Now I'm stuck. No idea what to do. Area. But at least we do know the formula for finding the area of a right triangle. Of course, we just multiply its two legs and then divide by 2. At least try it. So I'm multiplying the two side lengths. Multiply the two side lengths and gonna divide by 2, and you already know why, right? Since right triangle, it's always equal to this, and this triangle is identical to this triangle, so this triangle is just half of this square. You already know that, right? Okay, you should have known this formula way before I taught you that. Okay, so now, I see. Multiplying the square root of 8 by itself, we just have the square roots of 8 squared divided by 2. And this is the problem we know how to handle. Since, of course, the number, again, square root of the number squared is that number, which is 8, and 8 divided by 2 is indeed 4. Now, we're going to talk about equations with non-integer square roots, and we'll explain that in the next video.